Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On first down, it's Rosen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Now Rosen. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Hey, alert, alert. Hey.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Touchdown, Cardinals! Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Switch, switch. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Shift, shift. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up.
On 2nd down, Love. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative.
Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. He won't get in, but they are going to have the football in a great spot. 1st 3-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Watch the motion. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety attack.
Now Darnold keeps it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
He's checking his tricks.
After the run, now Darnold to throw. And it's caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen going up top. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this 1st quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
No. You go tight. You got tight right there. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. No, 80. 49. Check that. Check 49.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw, Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, Darnold. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check 3. Ladies. Bravo. 95, Mike. Watch 95. Let's go one more.
Darnold down to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Darnold. Going right side here, and that's complete. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Darnold firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Darnold to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. A toss play to Chubb. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as it gets.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Third and long here for Rosen. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a 1st down on that last catch. Here's Rosen to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Tack McKinley able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for the Giants. 61 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. On first down, here's Love. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On second down, it's Love. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Darnold. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 15-yard line. Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Darnold from the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long.
Hey, Alpha. Keep going, O. Keep going. 95%. Check his mark. Guys, stay in situation. Let's go. Ready? Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And now it's Rosen looking. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And it's second down. Now Rosen looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made any.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now a play fake here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Throwing on second down. Darnold, and that'll be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have two inbounds in the NFL.
Hey. 4 down. Slant. Watch the seat.
They'll run on first down. It's Love. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. And a quick throw here. That's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. Now Rosen on 1st down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Rosen. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch tight end. 3 down.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Stephon Diggs. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Giants on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is third down and 12. Now it's Darnold. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Myles Jack. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Let's go, D. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Back, alert.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, eluding the tackle. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught at the 25. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. It's a big-time play there for the G-Man. 43 yards to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 2nd down now. It's Love. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Second and goal from the 1. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Darnold on third and goal to the end zone, but it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
Bang, 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 bang. Slam, slam, slam.
They'll try and run for it. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. And again, it's Chubb. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 7 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Chubb. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the 16, Rosen. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Play action here with Rosen. Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards, the final tally. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, first and 10. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the interception, here's Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 20. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. After the interception, here's Rosen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McGee. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And now here is another interception. John Johnson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Well, the Cardinals have got it, so that should just about put an end to this one. Now, they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Cards, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's loss number